Hey everyone. So I've decided that on my channel I'm going to do like movie wrap-ups and other movie-ish things, but like spoiler reviews, like more in-depth reviews, I want to do on our second channel, Popcorn and Earbuds, which I've linked out a few times, so you can find that in the community tab. So look for those. I will be having, like I said, longer reviews for the next two movies that I'm about to talk about. I only watched two movies, two like full-length movies in March. So the first movie that we watched was a movie called Grimcutty. And you know what? I'll say that I'll give this one like maybe a 4-star review. I think it's decent enough to have a 4-star. Some of it's kind of ridiculous, but I enjoyed watching the movie. The creature physically wasn't all that scary. It kind of looked like, to me it almost looked like a creature kind of out of like a kid's movie, like something that's supposed to be scary for kids. Like the thought of this thing following you and being really huge and just appearing, that kind of feeling is scary. And I thought the acting was decent. So that's two things it had going for it. Like, yeah, the idea of the monster is like scary. It's just that it itself just wasn't the most terrifying thing that I've seen. So Grimcutty basically is about this, I guess you would say, internet meme kind of thing, or one of those chain letter things. Basically, it's this thing that's going around and it's making kids hurt themselves. Like, they'll get messages or images of this Grimcutty creature and they'll end up like cutting themselves and stuff, and it's basically about, the parents freaking out and taking away cell phones, any social media from their kids to protect them because, they don't know what's going on. They don't know how it's influencing them. If their kids are just following this trend and just being stupid and, hurting themselves because, again, it's a trend or whatever. So, it was an interesting movie. The second movie I watched, and people might disagree, but this one I'm going to give a 3-star to, and that is Cobweb. Mainly because, and I'll get more into it in my, spoiler in-depth review, but it's just kind of been done before. Basically, this is about a boy who, for whatever reason, he's picked on. I'm not sure we're ever told why. Like, I know kids are bullies, but usually in movies there's something that happens, right? The kid is socially awkward because, his parents aren't home to teach him certain things. They're divorced, he lived with his mom, somebody died, something like that. There's usually some kind of backstory, but not all the time. But there's usually more going on in his life outside of school that kind of contributes to things. But anyways, yeah. And he's picked on at school. His parents are really strange. And he begins to hear voices coming from his wall. And his parents just, basically tell him it's just his imagination and everything. It's kind of hard to talk about it without giving stuff away. But it had an eerie aspect, a creepy aspect to it. But some of the acting was good. I think some was a little over the top in how they did things. It was a little too much. But I guess it's worth the watch. It's not the most horrible thing that I've seen. But I expected a lot more from this movie because it was kind of hyped up. Anyways, that is my spoiler-free wrap-up review. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.